Hey everyone, it's Charlotte from the Kia Hyundai channel, and today we are taking a look at the refreshed 2025 Hyundai Tucson. And guys, I'm so happy to say that these vehicles, there's going to be a Tucson for everyone because they have the available powertrain as an ICE, a HEV, and also a plug-in hybrid. For today's video, we're taking a look at the N line, and it's also a hybrid powertrain. So check that out. Let's take a look first at the refreshed front grille. I love some of the dark accents that we're getting, especially paired with this paint. This looks to be about a matte paint. Unsure of what the color name is going to be for this year. But again, staying consistent with those nice dark chrome accents. We have a matted H in the center, which I think looks absolutely great. And then as we move down to the grille and the lower front fascia, again, you can see our ultrasonic parking sensors. You can see that this is a much more beefier, a little bit more of a rugged design, and I think that it looks absolutely great. When it comes to our headlamp unit, you can see that we have LEDs and we have our integrated daytime running lights with them. Now let's come around to the side and take a look. So of course we're gonna have some N-line badging, and take a look at those wheels too. Absolutely beautiful. I love this design. I love this paint and how all of these elements work together to create a functional and seamless design. When it comes to mirrors, it looks like they're going to be a glossy black accent. There we go. We got turn signal indicators, of course, and there's going to be an advanced safety suite on this vehicle, such as blind spot, collision avoidance assist, and available blind spot monitoring. As we come to the side, again, seeing some of those beautiful body lines that are really consistent with Hyundai's current design language. Now, this is something, keep in mind, this vehicle, it's a refresh, it's not a redesign, so it's not going to be as crazy and probably as impactful as the Santa Fe. So this is still very classic with Hyundai, very angular as opposed to the 90-degree shifts that we see on the Santa Fe. How nice is it that it's right there? Also equipped in this vehicle, we're going to have a digital key too, and again, super excited for this feature and also for the design elements that we get on the door handles when it comes to it. It's different than what Kia's looks like, and this also means that you are going to be able to save your key and access your vehicle with your smartwatch if compatible, your smartphone, whether it be Apple or Android. You can also start your vehicle with it and share the key with your friend, but I probably won't be doing that. It's just because I don't have friends. Let's come around to the side too, and we can take a look at the refreshed rear bumper. Again, I love this style of the horizon light stretching all the way across, really emphasizes the width and the size of this vehicle, and it keeps it consistent with the vents that we're going to see inside. We actually have a flush H on our logo for the Hyundai, and then underneath we're having our rear wiper that's hidden by the spoiler. Again, Tucson badging. We have H-Track all-wheel drive in this vehicle, which means it's going to be front-wheel drive bias. If you're curious as to what that means, that means for this vehicle, it's predominantly going to be acting in front-wheel drive to give you better fuel economy, but you will also be able to utilize, there we go, the all-wheel drive system if it detects that you need a little bit more power or a little bit excess wheel spin. Also, of course, hybrid badging. How sweet is it to see that? And then again, more parking sensors at the rear and nice, beefy back end. Absolutely stunning. But let's take a look inside and see all that it has to offer. All right, welcome to the inside of the Tucson. To start off, let's take a look at these seats. And again, you're gonna see that we have some exclusive N badging, and these are going to be a mix of a cloth, which may or may not be recycled. It kind of feels like it might be, but that is pure speculation. Also, we have a mix of a leather with some beautiful red stitching. Up top, I figure we may as well start up there. You can see again, we have a nice, beautiful dark headliner, and we have a panoramic sunroof, stretching the full duration of this vehicle. I think it looks absolutely great. Now, remember the rear of this vehicle, how I mentioned we've got that light stretching across on the rear, and we're seeing that again mimicked with our dash. Not only do we have some stretching across here with our vents, also with some of the red stitching. And guys, you already know the point that I'm going to be very excited about. It's going to be the star of the show up top, which is going to be for our CCNC software. So again, dual 12.3-inch screens here. And you're actually able to see a selection of some of Hyundai's new features, such as sports with their virtual assistants, and also Hyundai Pay. More on that a little bit later. But here you can see how responsive this software is. I'm also happy to say that it's going to utilize wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Steering wheel, we've got a nice sport-shaped steering wheel, again, leather wrapped. We've got red stitching. I'm assuming again it's going to be heated, but I cannot verify that right now. We also have paddle shifters, which are not in a traditional chrome. They're actually in a darker gun metal chrome behind the vehicle, which again, I think looks really cool. We have that same fingerprint scanner that we are starting to see a little bit more, and again, that'll be used to start the engine on the vehicle, and it's located just over here. Also, 12-volt battery reset on this side. Of course, all of that is going to be standard. Driving controls, lane keep assist, lane follow assist, your cruise control, all of that is going to be here. Now, because this is a hybrid vehicle, it also gives you a little bit more usable space when it comes to configuring your center console. So here you can see we've got tons of space. Here you could easily put a bigger device, and for your smaller devices, you do have a wireless phone charger. Also great to see in the fact that this is an all-wheel drive vehicle that has H-Track is you have the ability to lock your differential. We're also going to have select drive modes, auto hold, and of course our parking camera. Let's see if that'll work. Probably not. The vehicle probably has to be on, and parking sensors. We are at the auto show, which is why I cannot show the full capabilities of this. I can't turn the vehicle on, but again, it looks like it's going to have dual climate control is going to be my guess. And also we've got map and integrated navigation. And guys, they brought back real switches and dials. Hallelujah. I'm so happy to see that. We still have our regular column mounted shift-by-wire gear shift, and again, that also makes these paddle shifters just a little bit more fun. Let's take a look at the space in the back seat. All right, so now we can take a look at space. Now, of course, when you have a sunroof, you're going to lose a little bit of headroom on the vertical, but guys, it still feels like I have a ton of space in this vehicle. Let's do a middle seat test to truly show. Now, of course, this is an all-wheel drive vehicle, so you are going to get a little bit of a bigger hump, but again, still incredibly spacious. I love how this is set up. I love that I've got rear air vents with dual USB-Cs down at the bottom. I still have a cargo pocket. And if you take a look at the driver's door, you can see that we're still getting some nice premium design features like soft touch leather, red stitching, and an available Bose sound system. I'll show you guys just real quick what it's going to look like. Cup holders, armrest, all of that is pretty standard. And again, these seats are going to be the mix of the cloth material and also a leatherette. Let's take a look at the tailgate. One thing I've got to love about the Tucson is the fact that, number one, we got a smart tailgate, so power lift, always a winner for me, but also just how much space that we have in this vehicle. So this is always going to be a true winner for me because it's very much reminiscent of the Sportage, which you know I love. And I love that back here you have the ability still to knock down your second row seats if you do need to store something else. Underneath you have tons of different room for cargo, and this floor can also drop down to just be flush above here. So that's going to give you a lot more room on the vertical if you are transporting those bigger items. Let's close this up. And that's going to conclude our walk around of the 2025 refreshed Tucson. I hope that you guys really enjoyed this video, and subscribe to the Kia Hyundai channel for more to see more of what we have from Hyundai, Kia, and the New York Auto Show.